It's a tough time to talk about retirement when the markets look the way they are, but it's important for us. And let me bring in Dhirendra Kumar. Dhirendra, most of us are aware of the fact that we need to start saving for our retirement and we need to start now. But when we consider long-term returns and the tax benefits, the choices all seem to lead towards fixed income investments. We have the EPF, we have the PPF, we have now the NPS that's also leaning towards debt. Should we have an equity component in our pension plans, especially when we're looking at the equity markets over the last 5 years that haven't really gone anywhere? What is the argument for having equity in our pension plans?
Primarily because, equity proves to be the best performing asset class in the long run, and saving for your retirement is a long-term objective. So this is the only money, even if it is turbulent but can potentially give you superior return, one should have it. The other aspect is that with your fixed income investment, which is generally mandatory, the EPFO, Employee Provident Fund, that money, the kind of return that it earns today, given the state of inflation, it will not be able to beat inflation. Effectively, your money is going down, even though notionally you will have the feeling that it is going up. So it's extremely important for your money to be into equity for your long-term goal like retirement.
But Dhirendra, assuming that all of us already have the mandatory PF deduction as part of our salaries, which of these do you recommend as long-term investments right now? There are ULIPs, NPS or mutual funds that have equity. Which one would you recommend we use?
I would say that, if I have to prioritize, I would say that if you have exhausted your ATC option with your mandatory provident fund deduction or employee provident fund deduction, then consider any equity option, any equity fund, because you will get diversification, you will get the convenience, and you will get the tax efficiency. All it requires is be disciplined, be regular. If you are still left with a window for ATC, that you have not exhausted with your 100,000 rupee exemption available annually, it is very important to save on taxes. So first consider the tax saving fund, and if you are a little conservative with your allocation, then maybe you can well consider NPS as well. But there's a crucial difference between the two. All your accumulation in, say, if you invest in a tax saving fund, when you withdraw it, it will be entirely tax free. That will not be the case in case of NPS. Only when you put your money into NPS, you will get the tax exemption. But when you start pulling out, it will be taxable.
All right, we have a viewer who has a question about his retirement. Ashwin has written in. He's been investing in the UTI Retirement Benefit Pension Fund. Now, this is a mutual fund with, which is an ELSS, so it has tax deduction. He wants to know if he should continue this investment, and does it work as a good pension fund, Dhirendra? Would you recommend he continues that investment?
UTI Retirement Benefit Plan Fund it just happens to be called a retirement plan, but it is like any other tax saving fund, and it's a conservative one. It can invest only up to 40% into equity. So if you're a conservative investor, want steady return from your investment, you can continue investing in it. But if you are looking for aggressive return from equity and want the tax shelter, then it may not be the finest choice.
All right, so that only makes sense then if you're a conservative investor. Dhirendra, thank you so much for answering our questions.